Hello and namaste. Welcome to my channel, Pile Maitra, the Storyteller. This week I want to share a Panchatantra tale with you all, but before I do so, I would like to take a few minutes of your time to give a little bit of information about what Panchatantra is all about to all of you who might not know much about it or anything at all. So, what is Panchatantra? Pancha means five and Tantra means principles. So it is a collection of 87 fables and tales from India that have been divided into 5 books. And the tales are based on 5 basic moral principles of life. These tales are thousands of years old, dating as far back as 200 BCE. And initially, these stories were passed on from generation to generation via oral traditions. Till, as legend goes, came a Pandit Vishnu Sharma. And in order for him to be able to teach a king who used to live at that time, King Amarshakti's 3 sons. He wanted to teach these children the art of politics and diplomacy and about life. And so he took all these Panchatantra stories, compiled them together, and wrote them into books. After which, of course, the stories from then on have been passed on from generation to generation via written texts. So the Panchatantra, the fables and tales, the main characters usually are animals. And these animals are portrayed to have human behavior so that they are more relatable. And each story tries to teach children and adults alike, as I said before, 5 basic moral principles of life, which have to do with friendship, kindness, greed, lies, and intelligence and wit. Why share a Panchatantra tale? One, because Panchatantra tales are classics, and my aim is to share with children and adults alike as many classic tales that I possibly can. And the second reason is when I was 16, that was the first time that the Panchatantra was introduced to me by my beloved uncle. I used to call him Mono, and he was a very dear family member of mine. And he was visiting my family. We used to live in Lusaka at that time. And every other afternoon, he would sit and he would tell me Panchatantra tales. In the hope of teaching me something about life and guiding me. And he was actually the person who bought me my first Panchatantra book as well. So now that I am a mother myself, I have an 8-year-old child, and I absolutely love stories. I want to try and share some of the Panchatantra tales with children and adults alike in the hopes that everyone is going to enjoy these stories and also maybe learn something from them the same way that I have in my life. So please watch this video till the end, and if you enjoy it, please like the video, share it, and do subscribe to my channel, Pile Maitra, the Storyteller. And I hope that you continue following me to listen to many more classic tales that I wish to share with you in the near future for both children and adults alike. And this first Panchatantra tale that I will be telling is dedicated to my mono. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy.
The Lion and the Woodcutter. A long time ago, in a jungle in India, there lived a lion. He was big and strong, with a beautiful brown mane. He was the king of the jungle and was not afraid of any other animal. The lion would often go around the jungle and do his own hunting. He would hunt down deers, rabbits, wild pigs, chittals, and many other animals when he was hungry. He was quite self-reliant, he was, unlike some of the other animals in the jungle. In the same Indian jungle, there lived a black crow and a brown jackal. They were both friends as they were both very lazy and very shrewd. They never wanted to hunt for their own food. So whenever the lion went out for his hunt, the crow and the jackal would follow the king of the jungle at a distance and wait for the lion to make his kill. Once the lion was done eating his fill and walked away, the crow and the jackal would rush over to the kill and finish off whatever was left over. They never had to work to get their food. Now, there was a village at the edge of the jungle, and in that village lived a woodcutter and his wife. Every morning, the woodcutter would walk into the jungle to cut some wood for their needs at home, and he would leave by the evening, making his way back to his wife. One such morning, while the woodcutter was out and about doing his work, the lion spotted him as he was making his rounds around his kingdom. Just then, the lion's stomach grumbled. "It seems I am hungry," thought the lion to himself. So the lion quietly crept up behind the woodcutter, and as he was ready to pounce on his prey, the woodcutter turned around and leapt out of the lion's way, screaming out of fear. Once out of the predator's way, the woodcutter quickly composed himself and cleverly said, "O lion, king of the jungle, have mercy and don't eat me. I have brought food from my home, cooked lovingly by my wife, and she makes the tastiest meals in all of our village. I will share my meal with you, and I promise you will not be disappointed." The woodcutter then gave half of his meal to the lion, who, although surprised by the offer in the first place, looked at the food suspiciously. Humans never gave animals much reason to be trusted, so it made sense for the lion to be hesitant. But just then, the lion's stomach grumbled again, and after considering the woodcutter's sincerity, the lion decided to eat the food. The food was delicious, and the lion purred loudly in happiness. "I will bring you food to fill you up and enjoy every day. You just have to promise me to keep this as a secret between us," said the woodcutter. Since the lion was good and kind, he gave his word to the woodcutter. Days went by, and the lazy and shrewd crow and jackal did not see the lion. Because they weren't hungry enough to follow the lion on the fateful day the lion first encountered the woodcutter, they had no knowledge of the deal struck between the two. So they wondered where the king was. Curiosity got the better of them, and both the friends decided to go and search for the lion and find out for themselves. They found the lion and started following him again. Only this time, the lion led them to the woodcutter. Seeing the woodcutter, the crow and the jackal quickly hid in a nearby bush, watching on to see the interaction between the lion and the woodcutter. The lion, as usual, approached the woodcutter, and they both greeted each other as friends. Then the woodcutter, after getting confirmation from the lion that the little arrangement was still a secret, laid down the food he brought with him, and the lion ate it all up contentedly. "So this is what our king has been up to all these days," said the crow, "secretly meeting and eating meals with the village woodcutter. But if he does not hunt and kill, how will we get food to eat?" said the jackal in panic. "We cannot work for our own food." The crow and the jackal agreed that for them to survive well and be fed, they could not allow the lion to remain friends with the woodcutter, and so they hatched a plan. The next day, as the lion was getting ready to make his way to his new friend, the woodcutter, the crow and the jackal approached him. "O lion, our king of the jungle," they both said, bowing down, "where are you off to for your stroll today?" As the lion was kind and just, he often welcomed a conversation with his subjects. So without really thinking about his answer, he innocently told the shrewd crow and jackal about the woodcutter and how he was kind enough to share his meals with the lion every day. "I will now go and visit the woodcutter," said the lion. "A human who is kind and shares his meals with one of us? Impossible!" exclaimed the jackal, and the crow nodding in agreement that was surely unbelievable. Wanting to prove himself right and falling for the jackal and crow's trap, he asked both his subjects to follow him and see for themselves. Surely the woodcutter wouldn't mind two small animals visiting along with the lion. Not like the whole jungle would come to know of our secret, thought the lion to himself. But when the woodcutter, who was waiting for his friend, the lion, saw the lion arriving with the crow and the jackal accompanying him, the woodcutter quickly climbed up a tree and refused to come back down, no matter how much the lion pleaded him. "How can I trust you when you could not keep your word given to me and shared our secret?" asked the woodcutter to the lion. The lion understood his wrong and had nothing to say. He bowed down in shame and lost his friend. The moral of this story is: the foundation of friendship is trust. Be trustworthy and you will easily make friends, and you will keep them for a lifetime as well. The end.